This is Inside Troy Athletics, a look at what's going on and what's coming up for Troy University's Trojans. Now, here's your host for Inside Troy Athletics, Jonathan Sellers.
Hello, welcome to Inside Troy Athletics. I'm your host, Jonathan Sellers, and I am joined by the Director of Athletics for Troy University, and that's Jeremy McClain. And Jeremy, not a lot to talk about this week, so I'll keep on. A lot to talk about this week, and it's been a very big weekend and a very big week here at Troy University. And I think the biggest news, of course, is Troy's trip down to Baton Rouge and the victory over the LSU Tigers.
Yeah, a great Saturday night for our university, obviously in our football program. Just a kind of one of those that we'll remember for a long, long time. It's and quite honestly, I think everybody probably says this, but our coaches, our players, we're very confident going into that game that we felt like if we got off to a good start, we had a chance to really compete with those guys, and looking back and watching the game then and going back and watching it again, we really just went toe to toe with them.
Right.
I mean, we were more physical than them. We just took it right at them and played great football. And so, special evening. So thrilled that we had such a good crowd there, and a lot of people got to experience that. And again, something we'll be talking about for a long time.
Yeah, and I know in the past when Troy's won those games, there's been a little trickeration. There's been some gadgets we've had to use to kind of beat the teams because we haven't been able to play toe-to-toe with them. But this one, you said, we went up against an SEC team and kind of beat them at the line, beat them physically.
Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, if there's such thing as SEC-type football, I think we lined up and beat them at SEC-type football. Right. I mean, we had over 200 yards rushing and played great defense, made no mistakes on special teams, and did some good things on special teams. So yeah, it was really a lineup and let's play, and the score was probably closer than the game really was, and so very proud of our team, our staff did an excellent job getting prepared and getting our guys ready to go in and compete, and and then just the exposure it's brought to us. Right. As a football program, but as a university too, and Coach Brown's been on every national radio radio show I think in the country the last couple of days, and was on sport. We were obviously on SportsCenter that night and Sunday, and then he also had a Tuesday morning interview as well live on SportsCenter. So just great opportunities for us to talk about Troy and to talk about the brand and really promote our university.
And he's been doing a great job, not just talking about the football team, but about the university and all the growth that he's seeing around the university. And I think that's been great to hear him talk about. But I know it's got to be nice for him that it's a bye week this week, that he gets to. I know he's not enjoying it. He's worried about South Alabama, but they've got time to do these interviews and not have to necessarily work on the game plan for South Alabama.
Normally it'd be a quick turnaround, but in this situation where they've got about a 10-day gap, he would normally give them a couple of days early in the week off, and so that's helped, and it's allowed him to do some of those things that we've discussed, and it really is fortunate for us for a lot of reasons, but it gives us time to kind of regroup and reshift our focus and get ready to get back into conference play against South Alabama. Obviously a big rivalry game for us, and want to make sure we're prepared for that.
And something that happened last year, we got the big win over Appalachian State, got ranked in the top 25, and the very next week, on a short week, fell to Arkansas State.
Yep.
So this week we got that big win, got a little bit of a longer break, but facing a tough South Alabama team in a rivalry. What is he telling the team right now to kind of avoid that?
Yeah, so a couple things. I think the difference last year was we played Appalachian State on a Saturday night, very physical game, came down to the wire. We made some plays at the very end to win it, and then turned around and played Arkansas State on a Thursday.
Right.
And so I think physically and mentally we had some issues on that Thursday night. And so I think, again, that 10-day gap helps a lot of those things. But I do think it's something they use to say, okay, well, let's remember what happened last year. Let's not lose focus and let's make sure we're ready to go. And so I think our coaches will use that to their advantage, if you will, in making sure that we're refocused. He did try to give them a little bit of time, Monday to an extra day there to rest and get prepared. But back at it Tuesday and starting prep work for South Alabama, just like it's a normal a normal game week.
But this isn't a normal game week because it is South Alabama, and there will be a lot of fun involved with it. I know Pep Rally is going to be involved with the Trojan Madness, which is the basketball celebration. There'll be many events going around the game itself, but it's going to be a national TV, so a chance for more exposure for the program and the university.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Obviously, rivalry game for us, Battle of the Bell. You know, that's really become a fun thing, and I think has turned into something really special. But being on ESPN2, 7 o'clock kickoff, the only college football game on in the country.
Right.
And so, you know, for us college football junkies, what that means is a lot of people are going to be watching it who may even be casual fans, but they're going to tune in because they want to see football. And so for us, again, just another great opportunity to market and show our product, which is our football team, but again, our university. And so just, you know, this 10-day stretch here of national exposure is going to be really, really positive for us.
Now, I just mentioned the Trojan Madness, and we'll hear about it from Coach Marcus Grant later in the show, but can you just go over a little bit about it and the basketball season that's coming up?
Yeah, obviously Tuesday night, October 10th, before we play South Alabama, we'll have a pep rally for the football team in preparation for Wednesday, and then we'll move right into Trojan Madness and introduce our basketball teams as they prepare to start practicing and prepping for their year. And so, great opportunity, and you know, we felt like it was a unique chance for us to we talk about One Troy a lot and how we're kind of all in this together, and it was a great opportunity to bring those programs together. And really highlight all the success they've had and get our students and our community excited about it. You know, everybody's excited about football. They should be really excited about our basketball program starting back playing, because obviously we finished the year on a very high note. Both teams in the NCAA tournament, both teams conference champions, and you know, I think both of them have a chance to have special years again. So on Tuesday we'll have a great opportunity and we welcome everybody to come out to Trojan Arena. I think that starts at 6:30. But just a great opportunity. And it's not just a student event. This is open to the community, and we want to make sure everybody knows that and come on out and enjoy cheering on the football team, but also getting to know the basketball team a little bit.
Speaking of Trojan Arena, last Saturday night, volleyball team picked up its first conference win of the year, and it was a hard-fought match. They battled back and forth with Georgia State and were able to come out victorious. I know Coach Josh Lauer's got to be happy with his team's performance in that one.
Yeah, he was. I had a chance to talk to him, and you know, he was excited about the competitiveness. Right. I think on that Friday night they lost to Georgia Southern 3-0, but were really in every set and competed hard. And so to bounce back, you know, 24 hours later, or less than 24 hours later, and get a victory was a big step, I think, for a young team. And I think he's been happy with their competitiveness. I think we got to continue to develop and get better. But I think he's excited about that, and obviously it's great to get the W and hopefully continue that momentum, because they've got a big match against South Alabama as well.
Yeah, they'll be playing them midweek in Mobile, and then this Saturday we'll actually be playing them at home, and I believe that one starts at 4 o'clock. So another great opportunity for fans to come out and watch and support in the rivalry against South Alabama. Also, that rivalry was played out on Sunday soccer field. Soccer team could not come out on top, lost 2-1, but another hard-fought game.
Yeah, it was disappointing not to come out on top, because they were right there in it, and I think lost in double overtime. But you know, I think we all know that South Alabama has a very good soccer program, and so to be able to be competitive with them and be right there in a year where we're going through a transition with a new coaching staff and are growing up as a roster, we've got a very young group there, and so although we won't talk about moral victories, I think it was a positive thing for them, and hopefully something they can continue to build on.
I know our tennis teams, they've been playing, as well as our golf team, so really that fall swing is getting into full swing, and everybody's getting into action right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's, like you said, in action in the fall, and along with our cross-country team. And each of those sports has continued to see different levels of success, but a lot of positives in all those different sports, and excited about them continuing through the fall and continuing to get better as they move forward.
All right, Jeremy. So no football at home this week. They won't be back in action until next Wednesday, but that is a big one, and we'll go ahead and prep it at 7 o'clock at Veterans Memorial Stadium. So that means Trojan Walk is at 4:45.
That's correct.
And then all the festivities that will be going on around that one. But we do have volleyball in town this weekend. That's Saturday at 4 o'clock in Trojan Arena, and that's also against South Alabama, so that is a big one. So
yeah, great opportunity for everybody to come out and support.
All right, Jeremy, well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned for more coming up on Inside Troy Athletics. And welcome back to Inside Troy Athletics, and it's time to talk men's basketball. It's already that time of year, and we're going to welcome in Marcus Grant, who is the associate head coach on the men's basketball team. And Coach, welcome to a new year and an almost basketball season.
Well, thanks for having me. Yeah, basketball season is here again.
I know it seems like it wasn't that long ago that y'all made that Sun Belt Conference run and went to the NCAA tournament where you played Duke. And I know a lot of momentum and a lot of just excitement around your program right now. What is the level right now for your team?
Well, just really excited about the upcoming season. As you stated, had a great finish to last season with the Sun Belt Conference Tournament Championship and the NCAA bid. So what we did this offseason was really focus on staying hungry, staying humble and staying hungry, and using that success as motivation for this upcoming year. And we've pretty much done a good job of that so far.
Now, you've got a lot of returners from last year's team, only really losing one key player in Devin Walker and maybe another player, but a lot of returners coming back this year, and that's got to be a good thing. I know some of that senior leadership from Devin Walker may be lost, but a lot of these guys have stepped up and have learned getting to play in that tournament experience. What are your thoughts on the roster?
Yeah, experienced team coming back, 4 starters returning. Got some young guys who were in the program who we're going to expect them to step up and assume some leadership roles this year. Sean Hopkins, Darian Adams, those guys who didn't play a lot last year. So they give them an opportunity to step up. But a very experienced team. Got Wesley Person back, of course, heading to his senior campaign. He's had a great offseason. Looking forward to big things from him. Jordan Bernardo, of course. First team all-conference last year. So expecting those 2 guys to really step their game up. They had great success last year, but we need them to have even more this year.
Right. Now, I know a lot has been made of your schedule, and it's not going to be an easy schedule, but y'all have done that the past few years, made things tough and out of conference to get ready for that conference schedule and hopefully things later in the year. Same thing this year. You're going to Hawaii right off the bat. I mean, not too shabby. It's not going to be necessarily a vacation, but it'll be a nice little trip to hopefully pick up some W's and then let your players kind of enjoy themselves.
Yeah, definitely won't be a vacation. Right. That's for certain. You know, we start our season over there on November 10th against North Dakota, who's a tournament team, and we'll also play Hawaii, who's always tough to beat over there. So we'll have our hands full right out the gate. And then, of course, we got games at Kentucky this year. We played Arkansas in Little Rock. So those will be challenging games for our team, but we set the schedule up knowing what kind of team that we had, and we think that we can go up there and be very competitive with those guys, and it's going to prepare us for our conference slate.
Right. And you mentioned playing Kentucky. Y'all got the chance to face one of the Blue Bloods last year in facing Duke. So your teams would be ready for it.
Yes.
I mean, do you think that y'all have a good opportunity when y'all go up there? I mean, you don't schedule a game thinking you're going to lose, obviously.
Well, our guys are excited about playing up there. Of course, those guys they're an unbelievable team. But our guys, you know, we have older guys who've been through it. And they're excited about the opportunity to go play on a national stage like at Kentucky and at Arkansas. So it'll be interesting. But we're ready for it.
Now, y'all have been in practice for a few days now, got the schedule started. What has it been like over there? A lot of fun, a lot of excitement, or has it been business-like?
Well, a little bit of both. You know, of course, we approach every practice as an opportunity to get better. You know, but of course, we're going to have fun while we're doing it. And like I said, with an older team, the value of what we have now is the ability to move ahead quicker than we normally would with a young team. Right. You know, so that's one of the benefits that we've had so far this year.
Now, you spoke of some younger players on your roster. Last year, you had one of your best high school recruiting classes come in. What can you tell us about those players and what to look forward to from them?
Well, they're freshmen, you know, so of course everything is just going at a fast pace for them. You know, their head is spinning. They're trying to learn terminology. They're trying to learn what to do, and they're out there thinking. Right. You know, but it's like that with everybody. Wesley Person was the same way. Bernardo was the same way. And it takes them time to adjust. But those guys are super talented, and they'll be fine. They'll be able to help us win some games this year.
Now, last thing, I know next week is an exciting week here around Troy. We've got the big game against South Alabama, and I know a lot of excitement about that. The day before, though, is also going to be a fun night. It's going to be Trojan Madness, which is kind of like our Midnight Madness here, celebration here. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is something that we've been doing for the past 3 years, and we think this year is going to really be special with the success that the football team is having. They're taking a part in it. It'll give the fans a chance to see our team, a glimpse of our team before the season starts. And just be a night of fun. 3-point shooting contest, slam dunk contest, just a light scrimmage, 2 or 3 minute scrimmage, just to give them a glimpse. So we're excited about next week, and the guys are too. So we hope that everything works out well.
Now, is there any chance of we seeing you and Coach Fletcher out there maybe?
Oh, God, no. Hey, my playing day is over, so.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you. That's next Tuesday
Yep.
at 6:30. I think it begins the pep rally,
Yes.
and then Trojan Madness begins shortly after.
That's
about
correct.
7. All right. Well,
Correct.
thank you for joining us. All right. Stay tuned for more coming up in Inside Troy Athletics. And welcome back to Inside Troy Athletics, and we're going to talk volleyball now with the head coach of that program, and that's Coach Josh Lauer. And Coach, you faced the Georgia teams of the Sun Belt over the weekend, and your first Sun Belt home schedule. And I know Friday night was kind of tough for you. You lost in 3, but your team was kind of in every set, and right there. Saturday, battle back. It was a 5-set match, but your team came out on top, and it was a great victory.
Yeah, it was a great rebound victory. We challenged them on Saturday morning to tighten up the ship a little bit, and they really took that to heart and came out with a really nice performance. Probably the best we've played since the last time we were at home. We'd played well at different spurts, but it was nice to see them all kind of come together. Logan Page had a great match. Raina Terry and Kiara Barrett did a really nice job, diversifying our offense, keeping, Logan and Savannah Moore involved. And, we got continued increased production from Belle Waldrop as well. So, yeah, it was fun.
And it was also fun. I got to watch the match on Saturday. Your team playing at the net just seemed really aggressive. A lot of blocks, a lot of just taps of just creating points, and I know that's what you want to see. What was your impression of that? I mean, you already mentioned Logan Page was really well.
Yeah,
really well.
I think that one of the players for us that's been progressively getting better week to week is Jenny Young, our right side. She's a redshirt freshman, and she had a huge block at the end of the 5th set that kind of gave us set point and match point at that point. So everybody chipped in. Even Cheyenne Hayes, who's one of our smaller front row players. But she's got great vert and really does a lot of the gritty, dirty work for us. She got herself on the board with a block there, and so it was really fun. That was kind of that was our best blocking performance of the season so far. And I love that we were finding ways to score points. We had talked about that on Saturday morning. It was like the name of the game is score points, and we have a team athletically that can score points. And so it may not look the same every night, but there's a couple things that we did really, really well Saturday that I'm hoping we can continue to build on.
Well, and that building continues this week as you head to South Alabama for a Wednesday night matchup, and then Saturday they return the favor and they come here. I know that's a big rivalry around here, and you haven't got to experience it quite yet. What are your expectations going in there?
Well, I'm going to experience it this week, home and away, all in the same week. So, we're excited. Right, South's playing good volleyball. They're well coached, and they're sitting at the top of the conference right now at 4-0. So I think that it's a great time for us to go down there and see what we're made of against the top of the conference. After coming off a win, and it's always nice when it's your rival. Anything can happen on those rivalry nights, and I think it's a unique opportunity for us to play the same team back to back. So whatever the outcome is on Wednesday, how we respond, the rest of the week for Saturday, I think is going to allow our team some good growth. So hoping that we come back Wednesday with a win. I think that that is absolutely within the realm of our ability, and that's always our expectation, and that's something we talked about as well. Like, we need to expect that our preparation puts us in a position that we can be successful and we can win matches. And if we do that and we prepare that way, then good things will happen. And then no matter the outcome, how we respond and adjust makes a huge difference. And so it'll be really put to the test this week.
I know you've played well at home so far, and you get that return trip on Saturday, as I said. I know you hope for a big crowd. You haven't seen that big boosting atmosphere, booming atmosphere that you want just yet, and it's going to happen. And as long as you keep winning and keep playing well at home, the fans are going to come out there. But what better night than against South Alabama on Saturday?
Man, 100%. Let's go fill that thing up. Pack the arena. It's a 4:00 match on Saturday, so you can kind of get your first college football fix, come and get some volleyball, and then still catch the evening games. And and Troy's off this weekend. So if you need to get your Trojan, get your tee out and put it on, come on out to the arena on Saturday. But the other cool thing we're doing is we're doing a free kids clinic on Saturday night after the match. So age 4 all the way through 8th grade. After the match, come on down to the arena floor, spend some time with our girls. We're going to do some stations and just a way for our team to give back to the community and, let them into our family a little bit and see what our girls and our staff is all about.
All right, well, that'll be great. I know I'll be there because I've got a young girl, and I know she'll appreciate that. So thank you, and good luck this week.
Appreciate it.
All right, and join us for more coming up on Inside Troy Athletics. And welcome back to our final segment here on Inside Troy Athletics, and we're going to talk tennis with the head coach of the women's program, and that's Coach Rawia El-Sisi. And Coach, y'all have got your season started, and it started off on a good note. You were at Georgia Southern over the weekend and pulled off a victory in their tournament.
Yes, it's kind of exciting. It's the first tournament for the season, and I only traveled 4 girls. Okay. So I had 2 seniors going and 2 freshmen. Okay. So we can give them a little bit of focus. We're gonna play another 4 tournaments throughout the fall season, but I had expectation we should be doing well in the tournament, and we had 2 single draws, 1 double draw, and we dominated the doubles. We've won the championship in doubles, and there was the 2 seniors we had, and even the freshmen, they got to compete and has some good competition. Yeah. They've lost the first round actually from the team from UT Chattanooga that when they made it to the finals. Okay. And they lost 7-6, very close match. So it was actually good for the freshmen because they were probably a little bit nervous for the first match. They never know, it's like, what is college tennis to go into a tournament? But at the same time, they're excited. Right. But I saw in them because we got to play 4 doubles and 4 singles each player. Okay. So that was a long weekend. So we saw a lot of, especially for the freshmen, a lot of development in their games, especially because they play the first match. It's like, what can I do better in the next match? It's like, and they're very coachable. You got to work on this. And then they go in the next match and they actually will get one more step closer. And in doubles, I was proud of their performance because they started never played. We probably maybe practiced the week before because by the time we got into the doubles practice, probably played a little bit together, that freshman team, and they were able to beat a Georgia Southern team in doubles. They were down 3-2 the last match we played, in the tournament, and they won 6-3. Wow. So they were able to do what they were asked to do. Right. So very proud of the freshmen, for the seniors, especially, Leah and Minnie winning the double championship, and also Leah winning the single draw championship. So it's gonna help them it's helping them with their confidence. Start of the season, I like the excitement of them. Coach, what can we do better for next tournament? Which is good. We're going to Mercer. We're gonna have a little bit higher level than this past weekend. We have more teams from Georgia come. Of course, we're gonna have Mercer, Georgia Southern are gonna come. We have Kansas State. They're gonna play in the tournament, and they're gonna be more draws. They're gonna be three big single draws, and they're gonna be 2 doubles draws. So you can see more players are gonna be there. So it'd be a good competition. I'm bringing the full team to go, so it'd be good competition for the whole team travels together. Right. The excitement of them all going together in the van. We are gonna all compete. We'll have more team competing in doubles. I'll have more of my senior and upper class. The rest of them, the 3 that were here, will come with us to the tournament and compete. So it's exciting. It works our way throughout the fall season because we're gonna later compete in Alabama and compete in Florida State, so we have tougher competition. So that's a good start. I'm proud of them.
Well, you answered everything I needed to know. So thank you very much, and we look forward to talking to you throughout the rest of the fall.
Same here.
All right, and join us again next week for more on Inside Troy Athletics.